Win the Furrow programming on Ag Day is sponsored by Xyway brand fungicides from FMC. Get season-long systemic disease protection from the inside out, from root to tassel and stalk to leaf. Go long with Xyway brand fungicides.
When it comes to winning the Furrow this spring, it all starts with the planter. Agronomist Missy Bauer walks us through some common checkpoints as part of a 10-point planter inspection.
I want to hit a couple high points today, some of the common mistakes we do see made on the planters. And one of those is just the transmission system itself, so I highly recommend running your transmission system on the planter and looking through there. But the next real problem area we see is in the parallel arms. A lot of these parallel arms, the bolts and bushings are getting too wore out, or guys aren't keeping these tight enough. So remember, we got 8 bolts in every one of these row units, and we want to make sure they're staying tight. This time of the year, what we want to do is actually pull them out, take a look at them, what's the condition of the bolt, if there's any threads or anything worn off. You want to inspect the bushing itself and make sure it doesn't have a mushroom or a lip to it, like this one really has a mushroom to it. The other thing is just see what it looks like, or get a new bushing, stick it in your arm, and just see how much wear there actually is in there. So I can take this bushing and you can really see daylight next to it. So this is wore out where I've actually wore the arm itself. So new bushings in this case aren't actually going to help. And we've seen this happen a lot as more planters have moved to the hydraulic downforce system, which I really like, and we're getting big advantages on agronomically, but it's a much harder system on our parallel arms. So something we've got to keep a lot closer eye on. Another really common problem area of our 10-point checklist that we see is in the gauge wheels. The gauge wheel's just not being set right. So if I lift this gauge wheel up into the running position, this is how I'm going to check it in the shop, and then I'm going to make sure as I pull out on this, there's no space between the inside of the gauge wheel and the disc opener itself, to the point that when I let go of this, I can actually hear the rubber slide down the metal. Then I know I've got them about tight enough. If they just slam down on us, then I know that we don't have them tight enough. But we talk about all of this in a lot more detail in the 10-point planter checklist video series. So I highly recommend that you go ahead and take a look at that. We've got some special discount codes out there right now for you, so check out the website.